Good morning. Now, did y'all put on y'all's cocoa butter today? This stuff is going to make you sweat. It's going to make you get those toxins out of your body. And you've got to put it on everywhere. And you've got to do your cardio. You've got to do your weightlifting. You've got to make sure that you're fasting or counting your calories. Now, yesterday I said I'm not putting it on my face, but today I am. Usually when I put stuff on my face breaks out. So if my face breaks out, if my face breaks out, I'm gonna know what happened. So, go ahead and lather it on your face. Make sure you get that nick. All right, I'm about to go do my 2-mile walk, and then I'm gonna do my weightlifting. I hope you all are on it. We're on day number 4. No excuses. We got one more day tomorrow. Let's go break this sweat and get these calories burned and improve our health.
Woke up today, smile on my face, may not go my way, still got my faith, so I'll be okay. I'll be okay, I'll be okay. Running our race, just at our pace, made some mistakes, but learned a few things, so I'll be okay. I'll be okay, I'll be okay.
Have you done your cardio today? Have you done your weightlifting today? Have you been counting your calories if you're not fasting? And if you're fasting, how long have you been fasting and what's your fasting goal? So we have to make sure we're doing everything together if we expect to see the results. As y'all can see, I'm slimming down, looking great, looking a lot better than it was. So y'all, just keep it up. You keep moving one day at a time. We're on day number 4. And tomorrow we'll be on day number 5. We're almost done with this week. Can you believe it? It's gone by so fast. So let me get to it. And break this sweat and get these calories burned. All right. One foot in front of the other. Let's do this. Let's get healthy.
So let's get to this workout. That's me on the TV screen when I was like 10 weeks postpartum. And this is me now in the black, jacket right here and the yellow shorts. I kind of stopped exercising for a whole 2 years and I gained a lot of weight. But since then, I've lost about 25 to 30 pounds, since I got to the biggest weight I've ever been in my entire life. And, the pounds are just falling off every single week. Why? Because as you can see right here, I am doing my weightlifting workout routine. You can find it right here on my YouTube channel. And here is what you'll find once you go to my playlist. This picture right here. And you can use that to guide you on where you should start. I definitely do recommend starting at week 1, day number 1. See how you like it, but definitely, don't quit after that. Go ahead and complete week number 1, because if you can get through week number 1, I promise you, you can get through week number 2, week number 3, week number 4, and week number 5. Now, you might be thinking, what do I do after I make it through week number 5? Well, you can do exactly what I do when I finish week number 5. I start back over at week number 1, day number 1. Now, what this is going to do, or what it does for me at least, is it really just continues to test my endurance and increase my endurance. As you can see, if you look at me right now in the black jacket, I would say I'm a lot stronger than I was on the TV screen right there. Okay, so on the TV screen, that is when I was 10 weeks postpartum. I can tell you this because on the TV screen, I'm on week number 4, day number 4. I started doing my workouts at 6 weeks postpartum once my doctor gave me the go-ahead and told me that, hey, everything's healing nicely. I don't see any issues. Go ahead and return back to your normal activities, okay? So once I was told that, I got right to walking a mile a day, and I created this workout program with these, weights, the 5-pound weights, the 8-pound weights, and I think I did 10-pound weights as well. So I just what I did, the way that I created the 5-week program is I just started exercising and I recorded myself every single time. So I was working out for 5 weeks straight. I was doing 6 days of working out every week. So I turned on the camera. I said, okay, I want to create like a video diary of me exercising because I've had, 7 children. I want to see if I can get myself back in shape. I want to see my own progress. I want to see how far, I can get. I want to see, the changes that take place in these next 5 weeks, okay? Now, I did the first 5 weeks after baby number 7, and then I started over. I completed the second 5 weeks, right? And then I just completely stopped working out. I felt like, no changes were being made. I'm like, I'm doing all this exercising, the weight's not falling off. But I should have given myself grace because at 10 weeks postpartum, was it 10 weeks? Because I was 6 weeks and then I did 10 weeks. Oh, my bad. 16 weeks postpartum, which is the 4-month mark where I stopped exercising. Once my baby boy turned 4 months old, that's where I stopped exercising. So I got that wrong earlier when I was talking about that. So I was 16 weeks postpartum. I stopped exercising because, I just felt like things were not moving, fast enough for me. Only to realize 2 years later when I started back doing my workout program, only to realize that it was actually working. I was so small. I was so in shape. I wasn't looking like I'd had 7 children. My body had gotten back to being toned. Even look at me jumping rope up there on the TV screen. I don't look like I've had 7 children up there. Now, thank you to my viewer who told me, hey, you don't even look like you've had 7 children. I appreciate that comment. I received that comment. Thank you so much for that comment. I appreciate all of y'all's comments. I thank y'all for the uplifting comments that you all leave under my videos. I really do appreciate them. Just know, I really do appreciate them. They really do inspire me. They keep me going. I love the positive environment, that my viewers have created. And, that's what, I wanted here on my YouTube channel. I wanted people to come here, be inspired, be motivated, be in a positive atmosphere, and just be inspired. So, I don't know how I thought that my exercising was not working right there on that video, because I look good in that pink jacket up there. I look good in those black, leggings right there. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyhow, I'm about 20 pounds from looking like that again. And you better believe I am putting in the work and I'm going to get there. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to get there. Look how well, I'm keeping up with the exercises on the TV. I would say that I'm stronger now than I was then on that TV screen, because you have to remember, before I got back to doing these weightlifting workouts that I do, I started doing these December 2024. Before I was doing those and fasting for 20 hours a day and walking 2 miles a day, I started walking 1 mile every single day starting January 2024. And that's what I was doing. I was working out. I wasn't working out. I was just walking. I was just walking for 1 mile every single day. And I wasn't weightlifting. I wasn't fasting. I wasn't watching what I was eating. And walking the 1 mile a day was just a way for me to kind of mentally check myself and, get myself back in the habit of just working out, because I had completely stopped. Sometimes we get to a point in our lives where we kind of just give up on ourselves. And that's what I did. But somehow I found the willpower to say, hey, this has gone far enough. I've gotten big enough. I've gotten out of shape enough. I've gotten totally off of, where I should be, especially for someone who's been fit, I've been fit most of my life. And, getting that big and out of shape wasn't the norm for me. I'll say it time and time again here on my channel for people who may be new, who don't know my story, who don't know my background. I've pretty much been physically active since I was in like the 4th grade, okay? Playing sports, Little League basketball, being moved up from 9th grade basketball point guard up to, varsity point guard, like a second string point guard. But as a 9th grader, that was a great accomplishment for me because I was totally into basketball. Yes, your girl knows how to play basketball. Now, I don't know if I know how to play right now because being so overweight, I can't move like I used to. But, I used to be the one doing the drills and everything, doing the crossovers, hitting the, 25 points a game. I was that girl. I was that lady. I was that person. Only because, and I have to give credit to my brother, he and we were both born in the 18th of different months. He's a year older than me. And, he used to need someone to play basketball against. And I was the only one available. So he used to beg me, hey, come outside and play basketball with me. And I would go out there and I'd play for a little bit. And, he'd rough me up. And, he'd do all kinds of, maneuvers and crossovers and all that kind of stuff, and I couldn't keep up with them, but I still tried my best. But most of the time I quit on him. I quit matter of fact, I quit every time he wanted me to go play basketball with him. I would quit, but I'd play long enough to let him get his practice in, and then I'd go in the house. So that was, without me knowing, that was helping me to gain experience playing basketball. It wasn't something I was interested in. I absolutely hated it. And I didn't understand why he was outside at all hours of the night trying to, shoot basketball. And we didn't have a regular basketball goal, y'all. We lived out in the deep country. And what my dad did is he nailed a piece of plywood to a light post. And then he put a rim on it. I can't remember if it was a tire rim or it was an actual basketball, goalie thing. I really can't remember. But anyhow, that's how we played basketball. And my dad, he carved out, an area in the grass where he mowed over and made it, nothing but dirt. I can't remember if there was concrete right there because my dad, he does a lot of things. He knows how to lay concrete. He knows how to build houses. He can put a deck on a home. He knows how to remodel interior and make it look professional. My dad is really great at doing, a lot of things. And so I can't remember if he laid concrete out there, but that particular house that we lived in, he did build it. He built a 2-story house. He had just gotten out the military, and he built a 2-story house, laid the concrete, laid the, slabs of concrete. He built the house with wood and everything. And we lived there from what I can remember, I think from the time I was in 3rd grade until the time I was in the 8th grade, I believe. I think that's how long we lived there. But my dad did an awesome job on that house. And I'm glad I have the memory that he, was able to do that with his hands. And I definitely do credit my ability to fix a lot of things and my ability to problem solve. I definitely do credit that to my father. He was just, he is the type of person who, if something goes wrong, he's trying to figure out how to fix it. He's applying his, mental capacity to just fix things. And even though I didn't fix things with my dad, just as I told you all the story of how I sat with my mom when she'd be in the kitchen cooking, I've always been someone who just watches and listens and learn. That's what I do. I watch, I listen, I learn, I say things when I need to say things, but I'm more of a listener. But of course, here on my videos, I have to talk. I have to narrate. I have to, let you all into my thoughts. But my personality is more so, I'm the quiet one. I like to just listen and absorb information, and I like to see how to fix things. I don't like to cause problems. I just like to find solutions to problems, okay? And my mentality is to just be structured and organized and to stay on top of things, okay? So that is my mentality. So I definitely do feel like I got that from my father. And it's been so wonderful. Like my childhood, I would say that my childhood was really great, okay? I can remember we had cows and goats and chickens and horses. Oh my gosh, I got to tell y'all the horse story someday. That was crazy. To make a long story short on the horse story, because if I never get back to it, let me just reminisce for a little bit. Okay, so my dad had this horse named Super Glue. Super Glue was kind of mental, but my dad had broken him. And, I saw my dad and my brother, riding the horse and everything. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I can do this. This is, easy enough. There's nothing hard about this or whatever. So my dad says, okay. I asked my dad, can I ride the horse? So he puts me on the horse in the saddle. I don't know if he told me, hey, if you pull the reins towards you, it'll stop the horse. But if you give the reins slack, the horse will run as fast as he can. And guess what I did once I got up on that horse thinking I'm a horse expert? I let the reins have slack in them. And the horse just took off running super fast. We had acres of land, that we lived on. This horse ran from where we were at by our house all the way to the end of our driveway. And I'm telling you, our driveway was probably like, as a kid, it seemed like it was like a half a mile long. I'm not going to lie. I believe that driveway was like a half a mile long. That horse ran so fast up that driveway to where I'm screaming. My dad and my brother are running behind trying to catch us. And, the only reason the horse stopped is because we had barbed wire fence around the whole, place of land or whatever. And so once the horse got to the barbed wire fence, I'm thinking the horse is about to jump and I'm screaming. I don't know what to do. And all of a sudden, the horse just stops in his tracks. Just stops in his tracks and just stands there. Doesn't do anything, just stands there. And so finally my dad and my brother caught up to me. And by that time I had slid myself off of that horse and took off running. I was scared out of my mind, y'all. This is what happened to me when I was like I would say about the 6th grade. Can you imagine being in the 6th grade thinking you're a horse expert and doing that? That was the craziest. My dad still reminds me of that story to this day. I'm telling you, he tells that story. We have a wonderful laugh, and I'm just so happy I didn't get hurt. And of course, they were happy too that I didn't get hurt. But that was a wild thing to experience. And from that point on, I don't think I ever got back on a horse again. Did I ever? No. I don't think I've gotten back on a horse since then. That's crazy. I would like to go horseback riding, once I get this weight off of me and I get back to a normal and healthy weight. I would like to go horseback riding. All right, so as I'm doing this workout right here, I'm sorry for the view. I'm just exercising. I'm minding my business, and I got these thick thighs, and I'm sweating. So I'm sweating. If any of you have made it this far in the video, I'm sweating. That's what us humans do. We sweat. And, that's just a part of life. And it's a great thing to sweat. It releases toxins, all that good stuff. And some of that too is the cocoa butter that I put on before I started exercising. I can't wait till my legs, just start going down and getting more toned up. They've definitely toned up and the pain has gone away in them. But I can't wait till they get more smooth looking, because they look like, they just thick. I just got thick thighs. I ain't finna sit here and be like, oh, they look, this way and that way. No, these are my thighs. And once I get healthy, they'll get back to looking, more in shape. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna sit here and talk down on myself. I know I got big as heck, but I'm putting in the work, and I'm gonna get back to looking healthy. That is my goal. Y'all see that sweat on my knees and my shins and everything, and my chest and my neck? Yes, always before you start working out, slather you some cocoa butter on you, the Queen Helen cocoa butter. Okay, use it. I didn't know that it smelled so good, because in my 40 years of life, I have never, tried that lotion ever. My daughter just happened to smell it, when she was out shopping, And she grabbed some and she was like, "Oh, this smells good. And I really, really like it." I'm like, "Okay." And the only reason I ever put it on, because I didn't want to be ashy for the video. But like I said in my other video, not only did I get rid of the ash, but it also makes me sweat really crazy. And the reason it makes you sweat, the cocoa butter, is it traps in your body heat. And when you trap in your body heat, what happens is you sweat a lot, okay? And I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't tried this, try it, because within the past 3 days, my weight has gone down about 3 pounds, okay? And you can tell I got a lot of water weight on me. I do. And I'm trying to get it off. But, this cocoa butter is magic. It's like magic, y'all. Give it a try. If you've been stuck at, a certain weight for a while, go ahead and slather that cocoa butter on, and it is going to help you release that water weight that you've been holding on to. Now, I can't make any promises. I'm just telling y'all what it did for me, okay? Wow, doing all this talking went by really fast, and I'm almost done with my workout here. So I'm doing these half jumping jacks right now, and I have probably done about 500. No, probably not 500 this video. I know yesterday's video I probably did about 500, but since today I kind of mixed and matched the different, aerobic exercises, I probably did about 200 to 300 maybe. But yeah, I have to do these instead of jumping rope and, squats and lunges, because my knees were hurting when I was doing those exercises. So they haven't been hurting all week. I've had no problems with my knees this week, and they feel great. So once I get this weight off of me, I most definitely will be going back to those exercises that are, a bit harder. Not to say that the things that I'm doing now are not hard, because the leg lifts and stuff I'm doing right now are very difficult. Like, I can't wait till I finish the set and move on to the next thing, okay? I really can't wait, because my legs be burning when I'm doing those exercises, even more than they, hurt when I'm doing squats. So those are definitely effective, in case you all are wondering. So I'm just doing, look at me, I'm tired. Take a breath, breathe. We're done. That is it. Thank you so much, kindly Kimberly up there. At that time, I was Live Thick and Fit. So thank you, Live Thick and Fit. I was living thick and I was getting fit. I was looking fit and fine. So I'm trying to get back there. So I will talk to you all on the next video.